guys, welcome to Jason Unleashed. How's it going? I'm your host, Jason Carter. It's my show, as you know. Ha, just kidding, you guys. Welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday today, yes, and I am excited for today's guest. She is platinum-selling recording artist Haley Reinhart. Yes, Haley Reinhart is on the show, and let's bring her in. Haley, Haley, Haley. That's my theme song, waiting for people to connect. Haley, Haley. Oh, she's connecting. Cool. Haley!
Hey!
Hi, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much. How are you, Jason?
I'm good. How are you doing? Good to see you.
You too. Sorry, it's so much closer. I never know like how these dimensions are
I
know.
You know, Instagram is a sabotage setup. It's out to get you, but you know, we're gonna make the best of it. How are you doing in quarantine?
I'm good. I'm a little bit bummed that LA is extending it for what feels like 5 years.
Right? What is that? I mean, we get it, right? But damn, it feels like the last 2 months have been a decade, and now we're going for another decade. I need a haircut, Haley. I mean, I can't go on like this.
There's a reason these roots are hiding right now. Thank you, Instagram box. No, I'm just like, I'm trying to go back into the self-care mode, in whether that means buying too many things on Amazon or tanning naked in my backyard. I mean, you know, just like something that just takes my mind off of what the heck is going on right now.
I love it. You said tanning naked in your backyard. That's why they call you Haley Exotic Reinhart.
Dang, that's actually going somewhere, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, hey. Hi, Marissa. I want to say what's up to Marissa Hebert. How you doing? She's all confident. She's like, I love you guys. Haley,
yes.
Oh my gosh.
So
glad to talk to you because, of course, we've been fans for close to a decade now. Let's take it all the way back. We're going to talk about your new song, Piece of My Heart, which is dear to your heart, of course, Janis Joplin cover. But let's go all the way back to Idol, season 10, 2011, top 3. You, Elena, and Scotty, I mean, the moments that we shared as a public watching you sing your ass off. I have never had the opportunity to talk to an American Idol alum. That experience, when you watch that back, do you still get chills? Because we got chills watching it.
Yeah, and it seems like did it happen? Like, it's very surreal at this time for me in my life, nearly a decade later. I'm just like, wow, I wish I could even grasp more of the day-to-day things. Even, you know, we were working hard 24/7. Like, what you didn't see us doing on live television, we were doing in the back, you know, interview room or signing stuff. Like, it was always, we were on and we had to do a lot of work. But I mean, that's why I feel like I'm still making it in this business 10 years later, because, you know, you just got to keep going. It was pretty crazy.
Well, you did keep going because from there we have 4 albums, Lo-Fi Soul, which came out last year, and let's talk about Piece of My Heart because that was one of the many stellar performances on Idol, and now you released that in April, and also gave us a great rendition, great performance on Billboard's Live at Home, also in April. Your relationship with your mom and your dad, Harry and Patty, plays such a huge role in who you are musically. Tell us about that, because your sound is eclectic. You grew up in a very musical home.
Thank you. Yeah, they're on it. They're on this single. So my mom and dad are singing background vocals, and my dad's playing guitar on the track, and it's something really special when I can bring my parents, who have taught me pretty much everything I know, at least starting up in my career, kind of learning from the streets up. It's like, you know, I just want to give back as much as possible to them. And I'm not afraid to just, you know, tell people like how important it is if you have some kind of bond, like a special bond with your family. It's so important to just keep that alive and like spread that kind of love around. And especially in a time right now, I'm just like, I want people to see like, you know, this is possible. We can actually strengthen our bond through music or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I don't know where I was, Haley, but your platinum selling single, Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis Presley cover that went viral, was in an extra gum commercial. I think that commercial came on inside of like, I was at the gym, and then and your voice is so unique. You have such an eclectic style. Who has influenced you musically? Because I mean, you kill jazz, you kill pop. dance with vice tones. I mean, you have such a vast range. Your inspiration, your influences growing up, who did you listen to and who was like some of your favorites?
Thanks for like knowing all of these different avenues of my career, because yeah, it's kind of really spread out across the board, and that's kind of another thing that I don't believe in doing one genre. So I did grow up loving classic rock and roll, blues, jazz, funk. I mean, all these things were present in my household and beyond, and I like to dig, and I like to, like, these days my way of finding music is Shazamming stuff that like I like instantly, and then going back, right? And then going back in, and it's just like all of these different flavors. It doesn't matter where it's coming from or what box genre it is. It's, for me, I grew up, you know, inspired by everyone from Janis Joplin to like a Paul McCartney to somebody like Aaliyah and Corinne Bailey Rae and Janelle Monáe, and like all of these different kind of, you know, singers that you know, took different avenues in their careers as well, which some are more underground and now they're blowing up, like a Janelle, and it's just like, you know, there's a lot of good stuff out there if you dig.
Agreed. You have evolved so much from when we came to love you on Idol, from all your bodies of work that you've given us since then. What is your sound like now, and how are you crafting that sound? What's the writing like for you? What's the process like creatively like for you now? Because you're definitely not the same artist you were 9 years ago, for sure, for sure. So who's Haley now, and what is the Haley Reinhart sound these days?
It's interesting because, you know, a lot of songs that artists end up putting out are ones that they wrote years ago. So it's some of, I'm about to, well, I'm working on an EP right now, and it's kind of a little bit more funky R&B. So, sometimes I just save certain songs that don't fit, like on Lo-Fi Soul, and I brought them back 8 years later when it does fit. Sure. So these songs still have, thankfully, like a connection to me and like where I'm still at in my life, enough to where I want to still put them out. And so yeah, I'm kind of working on that vibe right now, but there's like a lot of other things that I'm thinking out about for the bigger picture, just the long haul, and, you know, jazz and things like that. There's a lot on my mind, and my creative wheels are turning and the vision boards are appearing, and I'm just like ready to map out like the next, I don't know, 5 years or something crazy.
Your artistry reminds me of a Lady Gaga, and in that you have been able to, I mean, like, and I don't like to compare artists because I think you guys are all in your own lane, all are all so unique. But Lady Gaga, what's been great about her and seeing her evolution as an artist, Haley, is that she is able to do jazz, as you did it with Jeff Goldblum in Capitol Studio Sessions, which was amazing, and then evolve into soul, jazz, pop. You said some hip hop. You know, like it's good that you keep your ear open, because we've seen stars and or vocalists that kind of stay in just one genre and are now, I mean, who knows what's going on behind the scenes, be it the camp, the label. There's so much politics that goes into creating music. But yourself, listening to your work, especially Lo-Fi Soul, and seeing how you've evolved, I would liken you to a Lady Gaga as far as I said, you're so eclectic. When you listen though, do you listen to current artists, or do you like to stay away from what's popular because that may impact you creatively?
I feel like some kind of scientist when I'm listening to today's music, because I'm truly there a lot of the time to observe, and I'm like really trying to take it in, and I'm really trying to like it.
Right.
So, and I mean, there's like stuff that's not just mainstream on the radio that I really love right now. But, you know, I'm going to be honest, like, I'm not into everything that I hear right now, pop-wise. It's just like so dumbed down in my opinion. But then there's somebody like Dua Lipa, like really good pop songs, like they're really good. So I've always liked everything. I prefer the golden age of music and everything from the 50s through the 80s and 90s, but like, and 60s is my favorite, 60s and 70s. But that being said, like, there's always some good stuff. You just gotta, you know, check it out.
Vocally, you're so versatile, really. Is there anything you're afraid to attack, afraid to go after vocally? Because, you know, you have artists like Christina Aguilera who, like yourself, sings a myriad of different genres. But is there one thing that you're like, I need to conquer this, or you're a little apprehensive in trying?
I mean, I think it's fun to like do out of the norm things, and I still try to like, you know, test the boundaries and stuff. So like sometimes I'll do kind of operatic things in the background where you don't quite know it's a voice even, like it's more for backgrounds, but stuff like that is really intriguing to me. Like if I could, you know, get into like even the higher tone range that I've done probably more live than I have on recordings, I think I would like to challenge myself and do some more of that if possible.
That's cool. That's cool. Social media, Haley, is, of course, it's a big thing, right? We're existing on it right now.
Yeah.
When connecting with your fans, what's some of the most memorable moments you've had with your fans? Because like they're celebrating you right now in the comments. This guy was like, "I have photos signed from you, Haley. I love you." I mean, it's so heartwarming. What are some of the best moments you can remember with some of your fans? Because they're so attached to you and your music.
Yeah, I mean, just things that pop into my head, like they're so sweet, they're so giving. They've made me like birthday videos over the years and just put stuff together, and it's something I never expect. And those are always like the most beautiful things in life, right? Just all these surprises, and it really just it always makes me cry. And I'm just like, wow, like they make this little compilation, and yeah, they've been with me from day one, and like there is a really hardcore group of OG Halians, they like to call them. So, I mean, I feel very grateful. And beyond that, they spread the word like crazy. And, you know, they help to just put up like a site with all the news that like stuff I'm doing. And, you know, they put up a bunch of videos from Haley's Tusk. And, you know, there's just like, they're my street team, you know, unofficially, and it's really cool to know that you have that kind of support.
Yeah, and it's got to feel great. It has to feel great. Haley, a lot of people in this time of quarantine are like discovering things about themselves, right? You should see the conversations I have with people like, "Oh, I never knew I could lick my elbow." Crazy stuff. Serious. Has there been any moments in quarantine that you've surprised yourself creatively or just personally that you're like, not even musically, just about yourself that you've realized? Because a lot of people are coming out the woodworks with some crazy shit, but it's enlightening. It's cool to see for yourself. Have you had any of those moments?
Yeah, I'm just like, I've been going so inward lately, and I've really been just doing a lot of inner work and like trying to better myself in that way. And really just like, we have a little bit more, you know, white noise or dead space in the room than we usually would. So I'm just like thinking about my thoughts, you know, like that's something that's, I think, healthy to do, and checking in with myself. And like I told you before, like, getting a map out again of what it is that I truly wish to accomplish, which I always have these like subconscious goals that are set, but it's really good when you actually like spend the time to think about them. And honestly, I mean, I've said this a lot lately, but I feel very in tune with myself, with my body, with the universe, and certain like routine like things are becoming kind of nice, which I've always been so against. And I'm like, take me on the road, let me live my gypsy life. Like I don't, you know, I don't need, it's good to not be attached, but I have found some solace and some peace within, you know, just certain things, like waking up and having the same mushroom coffee that I like to have. You know?
Mushroom coffee. Wait, is it mushroom coffee?
Yeah, it's not the super fun kind, but they're very good for you. Like your everything from your metabolism, your brain function. I need to get a deal with these people, but it's Four Sigmatic is their name, and it's dope. It's just a little coffee mixed with like naturally good stimulants for your body.
See, okay, I hope you get that deal, but I can't with nope. I'm gonna stick to the regular Folgers, Starbucks, mushroom coffee. Haley, it sounds gross. And
it doesn't taste like mushrooms, I promise.
I'm not. Look, that smile may be able to fool millions of people, Haley, but it's not fooling me. It sounds like crap. But you mentioned goals. You said you write down your goals, your vision boarding. You're obviously into the law of attraction, manifestation, the universe.
Yeah.
What are your goals? What are those goals?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, beyond this EP, I'm like, I have a lot of just separate projects, and I don't want to like spoil it. But one of those is really going into jazz. Like, I've been really like put in this jazz box my whole life, like since I was in high school. Like,
Well, I
I've
mean,
been,
postmodern jukebox. I mean, that's a
yeah.
lot of. I mean, then that's why I likened you to Lady Gaga because cheek to cheek with Tony Bennett and her biggest
And
residency.
you know when she met him was the night that I performed with him at Idol.
See, I mean,
Crazy, crazy.
the universe, Haley.
The
But
universe
what?
is strange.
I mean, but it's why do you feel? I mean, that's a goal, and I think you've been accomplishing it. Just watching all your videos, listening to your music. Is there a little fear in regards to that, or why do you think that hasn't come to fruition yet?
To me, like, I guess, to be honest, I always felt like it was something that I would like to do a little bit older. And I don't mean that to knock anything, because I love jazz. But I guess for me, because I've always been like, everybody's like, you need to do this. It's like, I'm going to do it. I just have a lot more to offer and give before that time comes, which is like lo-fi soul and the rock and roll, like piece of my heart. It's just all these things I love so much. And I feel like it'd be a little bit harder to go back to those things rather than to do everything beforehand and then kind of start to transition into my full alter ego, which is jazz,
Well, so someone mentioned Mariah Carey, that you look like Mariah Carey.
Oh, I'll take it.
Mariah Carey's Christmas album, which is one of the best selling Christmas albums of all time. All Over Christmas Is You is the best selling Christmas single. That album came out in '94. Mariah Carey debuted in 1990 and had 3 albums before Merry Christmas. And the same thing, they said, why don't you do a Christmas album? She thought she was too early in her career to do that, but she did it anyway. And it was super successful. And Mariah Carey since then has pop crossover hip hop success. So I mean, go with your gut. I think if jazz, if you're, and I'm no A&R, I'm no music exec, but if jazz is what's calling you, do it, because your fans are going to go along with you. And also the authenticity that's there, we've seen it already. We know you can deliver. So deliver. Give it to us.
Thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate that. It's cool to see that everybody's been on board. Like even something like Vice Tone, that was something that I was like, ooh, I don't know if everybody's going to be hip to that and be okay with me going down that road. But the fact that I wrote it, the melody, lyric, like those kind of things mean so much to me. So it doesn't feel like I'm completely disconnected from it, So,
Right.
But seeing everybody that was like cool with it, I was like, okay, this is awesome. Like I'm literally doing exactly what I wanted to do since I started being in this crazy business, which is just whatever I feel like at the time,
Well, with Vice Tones, Something Strange was cool because you mentioned disconnection, and like Mary Morris and Zed, and you insert yourself into these different genres, and it's like, wow, it clicks, it works, you know what I mean? And I think that Dance was a great move for you. That's a great song, and it didn't feel like here we are plucking someone from like it wasn't like trying to fit a circle into a square, It just seemed it was organic. But I would love to get an album of jazz standards from you. That would be impeccable. But you're also getting into acting. We have something, I don't know if you want to talk about it, because on Billboard you were like, I'm wearing this outfit and it's maybe from something I'm working on, but you are working with Robert Rodriguez on a Netflix movie. Let's talk about it. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, it's done. We did it. It was a very quick experience for me because I'm kind of like, more of a cameo part, but he made sure that I have a presence in the film. And it's really like, I can't believe it because this has been another one of my wildest dreams since I was a kid. And it's hard to dedicate time to another craft when you're so fully focused and driven on the other thing. So, and as I'm sure you know, because you do so many things too. So it's like the fact that once again, the universe has been listening, I feel, and my angels up there, because Robert and his daughter, Rhiannon, they heard me singing like a couple different things, probably the Goldblum thing and some other stuff, and Lo-Fi Soul, and they just contacted me directly and asked me to be a part of this movie, and I'm just like, you don't understand how you're making my dreams come true right now, and I really hope that it can just snowball from here, but it is going to be an awesome movie, kids superheroes. I won't give too much away on my end, but yeah, it'll be really cool. I hope you guys can check it out.
Robert loves kids superhero movies. Spy Kids.
So good at them.
He's all about it.
Yeah, if I could go from doing something like this with him to like, you know, something else like his what is it, From Dusk Till Dawn or something, like, you know, like he's so versatile as well, and his family's also very much, he's so family oriented, and they help him along every step of the way with these films, and as they're getting older, they do more and more and more. So it's like the Partridge Family in his, you know, for his world of what he does directing. So yeah,
I love
cool.
how you reference the Partridge Family. That's so cool.
that's what me and my family kind of always got called. And you know, we made a family Christmas album when I was like 11 and my sister was like 8, and you know, we got on the radio once for like doing a Beatles cover and, you know, calling it in, and we actually got on the radio, stuff like that. It's been a cool life, you know, growing up like that.
Some of the fans were like, we had tickets to see you in New York City. We're super sad. We have to wait. Can't wait to watch you perform again. When can the fans I mean, I know you postponed some dates. What's the news on that? What's the update on that? Are we, of course, we're rescheduling. What is it looking like?
So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty bummed because everything might get canceled until next year. And you know, for me, I like to postpone, but I also want to make sure that if I have to cancel, that everybody can get their refund like fully. Like, I know times are tough, so I'm gonna come out with an announcement really soon, as soon as I can fully wrap my head around it with my agents. But I'm just like, I was so hoping that August would work, and now, or end of July, we're gonna be stuck in here anyway. It just seems like a very slim chance at this point, and everybody's canceling their shows, and it's such a bummer. But that being said, as soon as we're up and running again, and even if that is next year, like, I'll be there.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, you know, it's the silver lining is once we are back to being the new normal, it's going to be great because things will be, hopefully, the goal is that things will be worked out, systems will be in place where we can enjoy these events, we can enjoy you live. And shout out to Highland Park Collective. They're like, woohoo!
Shout out to Morgan. Actually, that's the man who helped co-produce Piece of My Heart with me, so he's awesome. Hey, Morgan.
I can't let you leave a Jason Unleashed interview without a little Haley Reinhart acapella.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm not putting you on the spot. Stop it. You just performed for millions on Billboard, all a la carte, all in your essence, in your natural habitat. You can give me a little something, please.
What do you want?
Whatever you want.
Well, that's even harder.
Hey, why not your latest single, Piece of My Heart?
Okay. And this is like a totally like loud rock and roll song, but I'll just sing a little bit of it. All right. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Didn't I make you feel like you were the only man? Yeah, and I did not give you nearly everything that a woman possibly can. Honey, you know I did. Each time I tell myself a lie, I think I've had enough. Oh, I'm gonna show you, baby, that a woman can be tough. I want you to come on, come on, come on, come on and sing it. Sing another little piece of my heart, my baby. Come on, bring another little bit of my heart. Well, darling, yeah, have another little piece of my heart, oh, baby. Come on, you know you got
everyone here is clapping. Haley, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Sydney Sadek, who is a good friend of the show, says, girl can deaf sing, and yes, you can. Haley Reinhart, it's been so great talking to you today. Of course, where can fans find you on social media?
Thank you, Jason. You're so sweet, and I'm definitely a fan now, too. You guys can please, I'm at Haley Reinhart on all the socials. Please follow me on Spotify, subscribe to YouTube. It's just Haley Reinhart everywhere and all that jazz. And then for the tour dates, HaleyReinhart.com/tour, and I will have an update for you guys really soon.
Love it. Someone just commented the true winner of American Idol. Oh!
Whoever said that, you're my favorite.
Haley, all the best. Thank you so much for chatting with me today. You stay safe, and we cannot wait for that new EP. All the best.
Thank you so much, Jason. Take care.
Bye.
Talk to
Bye.
you soon.